What's up guys, I'm Sean. Today I'm going to be installing this REDARC Tow Pro Liberty electric brake controller on my 2021 Toyota Tacoma. Because my Toyota Tacoma has the factory tow package, this is the plug and play wiring harness, so the installation should be pretty straightforward. The purpose of the electric brake controller is if you're towing a trailer that has electric brakes, this is going to activate the electric brakes on the trailer. Here's the kit all laid out. This is the plug and play wiring harness that plugs into my truck. Then I just have to ground it. This wire right here plugs into the REDARC module. This wire plugs into the module and then plugs into the switch. So the installation should literally be plug and play. The hardest part should be where I want to mount this switch. Alright, I'm on the driver's side. I'm going to pop this cover off. Pop this off. Because I have the tow package, the plug and play wiring harness is right here. The trickiest part is where to mount this control knob. I've seen people mount it right here, which is very clean. Naturally I would mount it here, but I just ordered the anytime front and rear facing camera system, and that comes with a switch that will plug in right here. So stay tuned for that video when I post it in a few weeks. I'm going to remove this panel to see how much space I have back here. It's a 10 right here, 10 right here, 10 right here. So 3 10s able to pop off. Here's the back of the control knob. So I need space for this back here. Plenty of space over here. I'm going to unplug all these connectors, and there should be some tabs to push out this plastic piece right here. Now I just need to pop that off. Squeeze right here. There it is. Now I have to make sure it has room for this thing. The brake controller comes with this little plastic washer slash template, and the hole on top is for the LED light right there on top of this switch. So I just have to measure this like this, drill a hole for the center, and drill a tiny hole for the small LED light. I use this for a template. Drill the hole with a step bit, a small drill for the top, and this thing I basically use tin snips, razor blade, and some pliers to try to clean it up. You want to keep the top tabs because that's what's going to click into here, but you want to cut that down as much as you can. If you have a Dremel, you can use that too. This thing goes like this. Here's the nice cosmetic piece, and then this part screws it all down, holds it all together. I'm using it's a 10 millimeter. It doesn't have to be crazy tight because you're going to crack it, but it's in there. You can still see the LED light right there, and all I have to do is pop this on, and this thing is done. Back in the truck, now it's time to mount the main unit. Per the instructions, this can be mounted in any orientation, but it has to be mounted on a fixed hard surface. You can't mount this to some cables or anything like that because you don't want it to float around. You want it to be stable. Before I mount this up, I'm going to make sure it has clearance to the left and right of the wiring harness. So I'm going to plug this in. Plug this in. Here's an update to where I mounted the main unit. I mounted to this metal bracket right here next to this module. I slid in some zip ties, and mounted it right there. So don't mount it on the brake bracket or near the airbag. You can mount it on this bracket right here, or do what I did right here, so it's nice and snug. Alright, I hooked it up to the OEM connector. There's an existing car ground wire right there. Since this body was too fat, I had to pop this in first, then install it like so. Alright, this is in. I'm going to turn this all the way counterclockwise. The LED lights up there. The 0 is going to be at the top of the LED light. So right there. Alright, let's pop this back on. This goes to the REDARC switch, and the rest of this just goes back. Alright, now I gotta just put everything back together, reinstall the screws, and clean these wires up with zip ties. Alright guys, everything done. Electric brake controller installed. Pretty simple installation. It was plug and play. The only difficult thing was this switch right here, but even that wasn't too bad. Now I have an electric brake controller whenever I use a trailer to tow my track car. I know this thing is getting power because I can see a blue LED, which is nice. And the idea is that if I have a light trailer, I'm between 0 and 5. If I have a heavy trailer, I want the brakes to work a little bit harder, so 6 to 10. But of course, I still have to read the instructions to get more familiar with it. I don't have a trailer hooked up to it now, but according to the instructions, even though you don't have a trailer hooked up to it, it will still self-calibrate with normal driving. So now I have some reading to do, but for now, I have an electric brake controller installed. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.